Welcome to the July edition of the Masculine and Feminine Energy Update. I'm Dr. Nile. This month, once again, we'll explore the ever-shifting balance between the masculine and feminine energies within us, shaped and influenced by the collective field, expressed through both female and male body forms. Please keep in mind that what I share may not fully resonate with your personal experience, and that's perfectly okay. Still, we are all beings connected to the macrocosm, and eventually, the state of our inner microcosm reflects that connection. Feminine energy in the female body. When feminine energy has been consciously cultivated and healed, the female body enters a state of peace, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. She becomes aware of her inner sanctuary and feels safe retreating into it. In that space, she finds deep calm. She listens to her emotions and offers herself genuine self-compassion. During this time, you might find yourself talking to yourself more than usual, and that's actually something we often encourage. When the feminine is healed, she naturally seeks ways to express herself, to process her emotions and thoughts. Those who embody the archetypes of Hera or Athena might even feel drawn to articulate their emotions in intellectual or structured ways. Grounding practices, like meditations that connect you to the earth, are especially beneficial right now. As feminine energy finds more balance, intuitive abilities heighten. You may start to notice increased synchronicities, seeing symbols, numbers, and messages in what we call the language of the universe. With this, your self-confidence grows. You begin to feel more aligned, more certain. For those who have been walking a spiritual path, this month may mark a time when the gifts and rewards of your inner work begin to reveal themselves. Here's an affirmation you can repeat when you need support. My multidimensional self is safe. I open to my infinite versions and highest potential. Physically, you may still feel a bit sensitive or easily fatigued. That's why I encourage you not to skip womb-centered practices in July. These are deeply healing, both for ancestral burdens you may carry and for the emotional wounds you've gathered in this lifetime. Make it a regular part of your month. To bring healing to your sacral chakra, spend time in water. Swimming, walking along the shore, soaking in the sea, anything involving natural water elements will be especially nourishing. July, recommendations for nurturing your feminine energy. Practice new moon and full moon rituals. Focus on any emotional patterns that feel addictive or compulsive. Let go of unnecessary ambition and return to your natural, most authentic self. If you're currently in a relationship or processing one, this is a powerful time to release lingering energetic imprints from past relationships. That's how strength returns. Water rituals and womb healing practices will support this cleansing process. I especially recommend meditations focused on womb wisdom and the water element. And throughout July, don't forget to use your voice as a healing instrument. Sing, chant, or recite mantras. For example, Om So Hum, I am that. Masculine energy in the female body. This is one of the most vital components of inner union. Integrating the masculine within the female body is what leads to wholeness. This month, I strongly recommend intentional inner work to all my sisters who feel called to balance their inner masculine. This includes healing old wounds, restoring trust, and strengthening core energy. Working with your relationship to your father and the masculine lineage of your family can be incredibly powerful. If your father or elder male relatives are still living, spending time with them and having meaningful conversations can offer deep insight. If possible, visiting your paternal homeland, where your father was born or raised, with intention and awareness can help you reconnect to your root masculine power. You may also find that the rise in collective masculine energy will help support and even accelerate your inner balancing process. When opportunities for this kind of healing arise, take them. With this foundation, you'll be able to hold boundaries more clearly. You'll stand firm in your truth and release relationships or energies that no longer serve you. You'll move with more decisiveness, stability, and personal integrity, all of which open the door to abundance. Feminine energy in the male body. Now we move into the male body form, where the dynamics are slightly different. Let's explore what happens when the inner feminine and masculine energies, especially within the collective masculine field, begin interacting more deeply. With the awakening of consciousness in the masculine, the feminine within male-bodied individuals is starting to rise and find her voice. This sparks a profound inner transformation, a journey of re-evaluation and reflection. But this awakening is far from easy. We've already seen how intense this process can be for those in female bodies, and now it's unfolding in its own unique way for men. The rise of the feminine in the male form often triggers deep identity questioning. Questions like, who am I? What do I really want? Begin echoing within. Old constructs and ego-based structures begin to crumble. Men may find themselves torn between holding on to what they've built and a yearning for something deeper and more meaningful. This can create an emotional pendulum swing, reaching out to hold on to what feels familiar, then retreating to question everything. That's part of the healing. For now, this process will likely continue. There may be a pull between conforming to societal expectations and stepping into the more intuitive, heart-centered life they imagine. During the day, responsibilities and distractions dominate, but in quiet nighttime solitude, the truth of their emotional landscape surfaces. And by morning, unprocessed guilt, regret, or hopelessness may reappear from the subconscious. At this point, my strongest recommendation for men is to surrender to the inner journey, especially through the Gent app. Practices around ego death, entering the void, and emerging in a balanced way can provide essential guidance. This phase can leave men feeling depleted and fatigued. Feelings of inadequacy or the need for control may intensify. That's why receiving support from the inner masculine, one that is compassionate and wise, becomes crucial. Common physical symptoms during this period might include stomach aches, back and shoulder tension. To support your system, I suggest solar plexus chakra work and solo walks in nature. If you're in a relationship or processing romantic feelings, writing a heartfelt letter to your inner divine feminine can be healing and clarifying. Masculine energy in the male body. This energy is beginning to come into better balance, in part thanks to the shifts within the inner feminine. You may notice a decrease in reactive anger and a deeper need to rest without overexerting the body. Yet, the most prominent shift in the awakened masculine is the drive to reconnect with his mission, to claim his purpose, and to unite with the feminine both within and in relationships. He wants to show up fully strong, present, and whole for the feminine he sees before him, and preparations for that are underway. The feminine, too, is giving him space, and he's very aware of it. But the journey is still unfolding. At this stage, it's crucial to work on the core virtues of the awakened masculine. The masculine transformation and 9-step path in the Gent app is aligned perfectly with this process. I hope everything I've shared supports your journey, helping your inner awareness reflects more clearly in your outer reality.